Hello.
Yeah, we're back, basically.
I don't want to be left out.
Let the games begin.
Wow.
Well, guys, we're here.
Yes, we are here. You
are
kind of hear us.
sitting in the chair and looking awesome and feeling awesome, and we have an awesome guest.
Yes, let's talk about her.
Yes.
Very soon.
In
Yes.
front of my face.
And that's it. You guys
We're gonna
are not going to
chit-chat
believe
about
it.
her.
That's it. So, guys, it's going to be another fun show because women, when we talk it out, it's always fun. And then we can go on
Always.
for hours and hours and hours. But that's another
Yes.
story. That's another show. Right now, we'd like to thank sponsors. We're just going to jump right into it. Why? Because they matter. They matter.
They make us matter
They
too.
make us matter. I feel that I have purpose.
I
on
feel
this
like
show.
I'm loved.
I feel, yeah.
I feel loved.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I feel loved.
I feel the warmth,
Warmth.
the warmth of
I
the
feel, I
embrace.
feel very warmth now that you say that.
I
I'm
feel
warm.
warmth. Yeah, especially in this ice rain outside. We won't say that.
Thank you for warmth.
This is a positive show. So, guys, first and foremost, we like to thank our sponsors. Now, we have 3 tonight.
Three.
3, not
Three.
2. We have 3. It comes after 2.
Three.
Or T. No.
Warmth.
Tre. Yeah, tre. You know how some Italians, they, instead of teeth, they go teeth? Yeah.
Teeth?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Teeth. Teeth, they go teeth.
Teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, guys. This
Okay,
is
guys.
A
becoming
minute and
like
30
kind of-
seconds in, and we're off the rails already.
You know,
No
like-
idea what we're talking about
You know, like
anymore.
when you kind of like scratch your head against the same point and then, okay.
I love it.
So, guys, now we're going to
Not
thank
really.
our sponsors. Why? Because we are happy. And because we're happy, we act happy.
So, but
and
who
when we
are the
act
sponsor?
happy, well, there's 3 of them. Okay?
But what's her name?
I'm going to tell you now. Okay. So, we'd like to thank, first of all, he's a recurring sponsor, Mr. Van Kropsal from Remax. He's a real estate broker. Ekip Kropsal, thank you so much, Van. I know you work for Remax Alliance. I remember. I saw your pictures. You are very professional. He knows this stuff from A to Z and even every letter in between. I'm not just jumping. I'm telling you A to Z because there's 26 letters. So, guys, if you wish to reach Van Kropsal in order to sell your house, buy your house, or even shop for a house, just learn the market, understand it properly, whether it's
Get
commercial,
advices.
residential, he'll advise you. He's the best at it. 438-402-9471, 438-402-9471, Van C at remax-quebec.com. We have to do the tiret. VanKropsel.com. So thank you so much, Van. Our second sponsor, Mr. Jeffrey Bedouani.
I love
He's a
this.
new sponsor.
Thank you, Jeff.
From Nu et Mag. So tire and mags, it's CSM Autosport. They've been open since 1991, guys.
Wow.
So he
Real pro.
Yeah,
Real
he's
pro.
a pro. He knows stuff about your cars, for your mags, for your tires. Guys, he is the go-to, the person to call, the informer himself, Mr. Jeffrey Bedouani, 1550 Daniel Johnson Laval, 450-973-7901. Guys, you have to call him. He knows his stuff. And G Catering.
Grande Gigi, thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Guys, for all your catering needs, great menus, great foods. We were talking about it not too long ago, but guys, let's cause our tummies to rumble. His food is fabulous. He does
Yeah.
parties, baptisms,
Gigi is
anything.
the man.
Corporate, not corporate, family, intimate, big gatherings, small gatherings, wherever. He's your guy. So he and his crew can be reached at 514-770-9235, 8520 Boulevard Parkway in Anjou. That concludes our sponsors. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Without
Thank you,
we
guys.
could not exist.
And you said Laval, the tires, right?
I did say Laval.
Awesome.
So
Just made my night.
that's it. So we need
So-
tires. I need tires. I'm looking for
We
tires.
all need tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so
we
tired
do.
of looking for tires. That's
This
so
is
bad.
so
That
not
was
joke.
the biggest
So bad.
This is so
Okay.
just
I've
no.
ever heard.
So bad.
So yes, so now we're gonna get on with our guest.
Yeah, rullo di tamburi.
Yes.
We have
You're gonna introduce her
we
because I did all the
have
sponsors.
here today Mrs.
Miss. It's a
Miss.
We're
Miss. Miss.
I still don't know what the difference is, by the way.
Mrs. means
Married,
I'm
not
always
married.
getting
Not married.
confused.
Oh,
but
I still, whatever.
Miss Corina Vincelli.
Grazie, buonasera. Hi.
Hi, nice to have you.
Oh,
How
that's
are
lovely.
you?
I'm very well. How are you guys? I don't know where to look. I'm going to be doing like...
It's okay.
It's a lot.
We can do
It's
like
okay,
a little...
Okay.
We do it on purpose.
I don't
to
want
like,
to ignore
woo!
people. Ooh, da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Okay.
My legs don't know their own strength. No, we do this so we can kind of like confuse the guests.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
So you don't
I
know,
wanna
and
be
then at the end that you're like, what happened, you know? Like
We have a very similar like hair thing going. I like it. Okay.
That's so funny.
Yes.
So we hear you are a teacher,
Yes, I am indeed.
music,
Yes.
and you also specialize. You're a musician.
Yes, wow, when people say it to me, it makes my heart rate increase. I'm like, I am indeed. Yeah.
Because you guys didn't hear her voice. Well, you will have the chance to hear her
Yes.
on our brother
Brother
podcast.
podcast.
Very
Woo!
soon.
Yeah.
So session with Steph.
Yeah.
But her voice is amazing. We were just doing the sound check, like for the microphone and everything.
Yes.
And already, like, I was like, oh, yeah. And she was like, what?
That's it.
Like a second like that. So
It's
that
like a
says,
reflex. I have electrodes in my brain.
yeah, but that says a lot how she's good as a
Yes.
singer, but also as a vocal coach and piano teacher.
Yes. I also teach music theory.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a very enthusiastic.
So basically-
that's how I feel about it.
So basically, finally, someone that can read the notes and not just
Yeah.
tabs and whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, I could like I'm actually very happy to talk about music teaching because it is like how I earn my living. And music theory is something I'm very, very particularly passionate about because I failed twice in school, once in CEGEPs and once in university, but both times I like got it together and then I got very, very good marks, but I failed twice. Like I almost got kicked out of the program. So I love it. It's and it to me it explains the language of music of what you hear. It is the written language, and I love that I can consume music in more than one way. So
This is a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's very hard. I mean, I have really, really basic learning, but already it was really hard. Like it's like math, kind of.
But you know, you don't need it. That's the other thing. I went crazy like learning it and practicing it, but you don't need it to be a performer. To be a performer is a whole other set of skills. So it depends what you want to do. I encourage theory because of if you can understand something a little bit deeper, it will enrich you as a performer. And like, that's my like philosophy with it.
So in terms of the students themselves, now how do you approach it theory? Because people hear the word theory and they're like,
They freak
oh
out.
My God.
It's
boring.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a really, I love that question because when I learned it, I was very lucky. I had fantastic teachers who didn't give up on me. Like, my God, they were amazing and they stood by me. Literally, my first year of CEGEP, they were like, Corina, like, you realize you have to pass theory in order to stay in the program. They're like, get a tutor, take a retake at the end of summer. And I did. And then I was able to comfortably go through my second year because it doesn't get easier. So my teachers, they stood by me and they believed in my talents. So, but it can be very dry. It can be boring. And also, I'm going to say the M word, math. I learned math in school my whole life until I had to, and I didn't understand what its applications were. My entry point is like when I explain its applications to people, it's a way for them to connect. And some people don't. I compose as well, so I need to know theory.
Yeah.
However, there's a lot of people, they don't want to compose, but they want to listen to it. And if you take away some of that mystery, it's just like a deeper appreciation. So that's my way in, is like I always like to explain why it's important and what applications it has. So I get to know my students. Sometimes it's in a group setting, but I always do like not a survey, but I guess a survey. Like, what do you want to do? What is your goal? What is your hopes for this class and things like that? Some students I prepare for CEGEP or university or RCM examinations. And like at that point, you have very little option. You have to do it. But you know, I always like to know what music they like to listen to, so I can say, well, this principle like the Beatles used this cadence, and like film scoring uses this type of, you know, cadence or rhythmic pattern, or this is the exposition and all that stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, and then they start to be less afraid.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you provide also like individual?
Yes, I do private and lessons and group lessons. I used to teach in a music school. I was still in university when I was teaching, and I taught for 9 years at one school, and then I got a different job and then shifted another teaching job, and I moved.
Yeah, and what's the thing that you like the most about teaching like individually? It must be something like...
Yeah. It's a different experience every time because it's not the same student, and it's like watching a different movie. It's a different story. It's a different interaction, a different set of skills, a different set of strengths and weaknesses, and you're part of that ride, and it's that's probably what is the most like gratifying.
But you take every level, or?
Yeah, I do. Every level. Yes.
And what's the biggest challenge
of teaching any level or any like?
Well, let's say probably like any level, but is there a level that actually has a higher level of challenges?
Probably. Okay, I'm gonna think about that for 5 seconds. You know what? It depends on where the student is at.
Okay.
In that, if there's something they're really, really struggling with and breaking through. Whether it be vocal or piano, that's actually, I'll say that I teach piano up to a certain level. Voice and theory, you know, I'm like say professional, niveau professionnel.
Okay.
But like piano, I stopped taking lessons after 10 years, so I will only go to a certain level in like the conservatory books, because you need like a different level of sight reading and things like that. So that's a challenge. The challenge there being like, it depends on what they're
Level
struggling with or whatnot, and because that can be hard, because you can be stuck for a long time on something, you know, and it messes with your head like anything. Like when you're still figuring the same thing out, it feels like you don't have any closure on it, you know. So yeah.
Well, what motivates you in terms of music? Okay, because obviously you're inspired by music itself, but what motivates you to teach it?
These are lovely questions. What motivates me to teach it? This is a multifaceted, I think, answer. It was the thing that I was the best at in school. I struggled with like math and like reading and all of the stuff that is in school, except music is what I got A's in. So my self-esteem was there. Also, music, if you so choose it to be, is a discipline, and like getting a black belt or something in karate or leveling up in ballet, it's a discipline, and you're never finished with it.
Nice.
So
I like
Love
that.
this.
yeah, so it's something that I like to be a part of, but because it's something that's never finished, when you do have those breakthroughs, I think it's the most gratifying thing, because you feel like really transformed. So that's my purpose with it.
Nice. And for the theory itself, because
Yeah.
I know it's very difficult to transmit,
Yeah, it can be.
especially individually or to, let's say, a larger body of students.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that
I
attention?
There's a few ways. I like to well, firstly, if it's a group setting, for instance, I like to find the most universal thing. So right now I teach at a high school. I teach on Fridays at a high school, and everybody watches movies. And there are film scores. Now, nobody has to have seen the same film. There are the more popular ones, but I like to listen to a snippet and then break that down and then teach the principles of theory so that they have something to grip onto. So that's like my way in with that. And frankly, the same with private. I remember a long time ago when I was in university, actually, even further back when I was learning about theory, I still listen to film scores like every day. I test myself that's the nerdiest thing. I love to test myself.
I love it. I love it.
It's good. So when I was learning these principles, I would be like, oh, this composer specializes in this type of ending or this cadence, or oh wow, they really like to orchestrate this way. And so and that's how you discover the styles of composers. So then when I was teaching it in my early 20s, I had these two brothers, and I don't think they wanted to do the theory, but I think they were like forced to do it. So I was like, okay, I want to make this as painless as possible. So I'm like, tell me what movies you watch. Go. And I went into the film scores. I'm like, well, you have to learn this cadence. Well, if you think of Aladdin, this is the cadence. Or if you think of Mission Impossible, this is in 5/4. And they were like, oh, so it became less boring for them.
Okay.
So it's like, it's because it's the way I internalized it when I learned it. So thankfully, it's like working. But some people don't really care about film scores, but then you find whatever their favorite musician is. Or,
Yeah, that's it.
And for you, like in terms what two things, your favorite music genre to teach and your favorite music genre
for my personal enjoyment.
Taste, yeah,
okay.
enjoyment to either sing or play or just listen to,
I don't know even if a year ago I would have had an answer, but like I'm in an album cycle right now, so I'm finding I love all of the music. I don't have I'm an equal opportunity sort of employer, but you know what I find? The indie music scene. There's so much good music out there, and not all of it's famous, and it doesn't have to be. Some of my favorite songs or singers, they come off like a coffee house playlist, or I'm Shazamming in the grocery store all the time because it's the independent artists who that really grab me the most. And in the early 2000s, Jason Mraz, he wasn't always Jason Mraz.
Ugh.
I know, he's so good. He just released, he's
me.
releasing a new record. He's amazing.
Another one?
Yeah, well, he has 2 singles, and the record, I don't know when the record drops, but he's got 2 new singles.
So good.
He's phenomenal. I could talk about him. He went to musical theater school, did you know?
I did not
At
know
AMDA
that.
in New York.
I fucking love that guy.
I know.
I listen to his albums.
He's
live
fantastic.
version. He does a
Oh, yeah.
concert with just
Mona
Cajon.
Tavakoli on
Yeah.
Cajon. That's the other thing with him. I know the names of his band members. It's so nerdy. I love him.
Wow.
So the indie music scene, he's very, very famous now, and he climbed to it. John Mayer wasn't always John Mayer, and they rose. But there's other ones that are, I won't even say starting out, but that are holding, they're burning, the ember in their crafts and things, like someone like more in the indie scene, like Adam Melchor. I think that's how you say his name. It's Melchor. I heard one of his songs in an independent movie called Always Friends. It's free on YouTube. And it's the opening song, and it just like spoke to me. So I'll say the indie music scene, indie pop.
Love it.
Yeah.
This is your favorite. And what
Yeah.
would you like to, it's your favorite genre to teach?
To teach,
Or at least that you
Death
use.
metal. No, I'm joking.
yes.
Or
Yeah.
at least
that
that,
head
you
pounding
use
shit.
as a way of approaching someone, like to
Yes.
make it, like if you start, I guess, like if you start with jazz, like it's super,
Right.
it's really like, probably pop would be, I won't
Yeah.
say easier, but in terms of type of melodies
It can be less
scales,
sophisticated
yeah.
for sure than jazz. Jazz can be quite sophisticated.
Yeah.
That is usually the student will tell me that.
Okay,
They'll
so
tell
let's
me,
say, I'm interested in rock.
yeah. So maybe some Elvis rock and
Oh,
roll. Well, that would be
nice.
like rock and roll.
Yeah.
If you're like more like 80s rock, maybe some Phil Collins, things like that. Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Stuff like that. I like Michael Bolton a lot. So
yeah.
yeah, I
That's
do
nice.
love Michael Bolton. So yeah, that would be. So you tell me your taste, and then I'm like, okay, let's search in this catalog, and let's search in this. And the other thing is, sometimes my students, they make me discover things, and then that sends me down like a rabbit hole that I'll never get tired of that, to discover new music. So there's so much out there.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. That's something like gives hope, no? When you're, just for me, sometimes I go on Spotify and I just look for something, and a song
Yeah.
pop up, and
Yeah.
then I'm just doing other stuff, and then I listen
Yeah.
to that. I say, oh, this guy cool. So usually I take a screenshot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
So for after, because maybe I'm working on stuff and I hear it, and
Yeah.
then I go on there, and then they suggest other music
Yeah.
similar to that, and then discover new
Yeah.
words. So it's so cool.
It's one after the other.
Now, what are your views about music and less of it being taught in schools?
I had a feeling that you were going to ask me that. Well, these things are usually budget related. You know, and not everyone likes it. Like, I remember when I was in elementary. By the way, speaking of music being taught in schools,
Yeah.
my elementary school music teacher, so I always got A's in that class. I loved her. And then when I started to teach, I was teaching students that had her at that school. So I went to visit her,
Yeah.
and she remembered me. And then we ran into each other at a mall a couple years later. And then she searched me up on and by email and said, "I'm coming to one of your concerts."
Oh,
And she
nice.
came, and we're like friends now. And it was such a, I mean, we're going back to like the 90s, the early mid 90s. And she was someone that really marked me. And it's so lovely that she remembered me. And so the fact that music may be diminishing in schools is unfortunate, because there are kids like me that is their self-esteem, and they need that outlet, and they might not get that teacher that will remember them all those years later. You know, budget is the way it is, and
You know, it's
I
not
can't see.
honestly. And sorry to chime in
No,
on this
please
because
chime in.
it drives me crazy because I had this problem. The problem is, it's the system,
right.
because not even budget, because they're not giving the hours to a music teacher.
Right.
So what happens is you need your teaching certificate to be a music teacher
Yeah.
in the curriculum.
Yeah.
Now teachers don't know music,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
only offer for the music teacher, they'll offer like 20 hours a week. So you can't live on that. You need a 40-hour schedule or a 30-hour
Right.
schedule. You
Yeah.
can't do like
Yeah.
10, or actually it'll be 10 hours
Yeah.
of music a week, right? Because
Yeah.
you go in and you do
Yeah.
each class. So what
Yeah.
happens is you get someone who just wants to get hours,
Yeah.
because there's someone who's starting, and a teacher that has never touched music.
Yeah.
Whereas musicians that play all the time would
Yeah.
love to teach.
Yes,
'Cause
because
it's
we do it for
10
the love.
We do it for the love, and it's
Yes.
10, 15 hours during the week, which they're not gigging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the government doesn't allow them to teach.
Yeah.
So the teachers say, well, we get it. We have a music program, but we have to hire a science teacher to teach it who knows nothing about music.
Right.
And it becomes a waste of time. So they say scrap it.
I never
it
would have
hurts.
thought about it that
really so
way.
sad.
It happened.
it-
I know because it happened. My
Yeah.
kid's school, I mean, I
Right.
was so pissed, and I wrote a
I'm
letter and all
sure.
of this. My kid's school had a teacher, and I went to the first music concert, and poor thing, you know,
Yeah.
young girl, she's there, and they're on the stage, and she's like, all right, are we ready to start the song? Okay, guys, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I almost fell off my chair. I'm like, what the fuck is that count? Like, I lost it.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to
Bad.
stop it, and I went in front of the class. I said, can I talk to you a second? I said, you need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the timing. You need to set the tempo.
Yeah.
Just that. If you learn anything, just
Right.
at least do that, because you're doing a show in front of
Yeah.
Yeah.
300 people, and you're
Yeah.
counting it completely wrong. Like,
Yeah.
and the poor thing, I don't blame her.
No. But you know, like a teacher, a school teacher that doesn't look. One of my best oldest friends, she's a grade 1 teacher, and hi Michelle. And drawing is not her forte. She never cared about bricolage, but you have to teach it. Like you have to be able to teach everything.
Yeah.
So I remember when she's in university, her mom, who also a retired teacher, Corina, can you just help her like draw some rabbits, please? So I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's gonna be good. And she goes, better than what Michelle did.
Well, that's it. Because,
So like they have to teach everything,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Nah,
oh,
that's also very
well, I
tough.
remember my
Yeah.
daughter had math, and a gym teacher taught it. Like,
Girl,
hello. But you know what?
yeah.
It's because they have to fill in a
Yes.
number of blocked
Yes.
hours. So
Yeah.
they take these teachers who have these excess hours and they
Yes.
just shove them in.
yeah,
right?
I'm like
And-
sweating thinking about it.
Now the only schools that have music, it's the schools that have a little bit of money that
Well,
come up with a budget.
that's why I bring up budget, but it also comes with a specialization. However, I don't know if you guys know this. So Collège Sainte-Anne, their high school, they had like they have their sport études, but they also had like a musique intensif, and it closed because enrollment was so low. Everyone was enrolling in the sports.
Well, yeah.
And they have a dance, I think, as well. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. One of my students, I had her since elementary school. She said anyone when she graduated, they had announced the closing of the music concentration. But if you were Sec 1 and started, you would get it till Sec 5, but they weren't opening it up to the new public. And I was so heartbroken. So were they. They did a show at the Rialto, and those students, like, were so talented. My mind would be blown, and they're the ones going to CEGEP and going to university and then meeting singers like me, and then 10 years down the road we're gigging together, and it's just so sad that that's like dissipating.
But because of all of this, like a very good friend of mine runs the program at Vanier.
Yeah.
They have one bass player this year.
The
whole fucking program has one bass player.
Yeah.
20 years ago, 10 years ago, there was 100 bass players.
Yeah.
You couldn't take them all. Now there's one.
What they're using technology, right? They're using iPads in order to create music to replace instrument playing. So tell me, like,
how I feel about that.
Come on. 'Cause
I have
all you musicians.
I have a yakking bucket right over there.
Here's the honest truth. I'm gonna look in the camera. The honest truth is it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me for many reasons. One of them being, you know what? Not everyone wants to schlep in university and CEGEP like I did, learning the theory and XYZ. And when I was in high school, I was 16 when I started taking like classical voice lessons, like studying with an opera teacher. And but I knew that was a personal goal of mine, that I just wanted to have really good technique, because technique keeps you safe from injury and all of these things. That's what I wanted. Not everybody knows, not everybody cares. So like we all have to pave our own road. And tech is a huge factor in where we put our efforts and our creative outlets or output, or so it doesn't bother me at all. I think that there will always be people who will want to learn how to play upright bass, or who will always want to learn how to play cello. It's just there's so many more avenues. There's so much more choice and option. That's what happens, is the amount of choice that we have now versus even in the 90s when I was going to school is incredible, and tech is a part of that, because like even in the early 2000s, I don't remember, I think 2004 was the first iPhone. I was already graduated high school by that time. Yeah. So I was a teenager. Yeah. I was an old teenager. I was going to go to university. So, that's a long time before tech really got huge and like potent in our industry.
But in terms of the instrument playing becoming a dying,
I think it's different. Like it evolves. Like we'll see people, like there are kids that still love like violin, bass, or guitars. Like there's a fetishism toward the instrument.
But eventually, if there's no teachers to teach it,
I don't know.
Right? I know some people learn on their own, but
there's a lot of auto-taught of people how to learn there. No?
I think everything comes in.
Self-taught.
I think
Nowadays,
I think everything comes in waves. Maybe there'll be a shortage of teachers, but like everything, it kind of comes back. So if we do reach a point where there's like no one to teach it, someone will think about it and go, what is this relic, And it'll become classic maybe to play guitar or something like that. But at the end of the day, as long as we have even our pop singers, Justin Timberlake, Chris Stapleton, those are the two biggest moguls in my head. As long as we have, people like them, even I said two guys, but there are, Lady Gaga, she plays all of the, I don't know what she plays at least three.
She said it at New York, right? Jazz.
You know what? I'm confused, because my students who love her said she studied theater and musical theater.
Oh, nice.
But I'm confused. I've never looked it up. But it makes sense.
I think she has her jazz degree. I'm pretty sure.
Je ne sais pas, but
I'd be shocked if she nailed jazz the way she did.
Like the Tony Bennett one? That's a great album.
And she did well. Like
she did very, very well. But she's
Italian
though.
Yeah,
we got that.
I think it's in the blood.
That's what it is.
I really think that.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I think like talking about this, like you were saying, it says like a period, because we had the cassette, the tape, then we went to the CDs, and then the MP3, and then now vinyl. We're back to vinyl.
We're coming back.
There's a lots of things in that.
We're coming back because the DJs still don't have to carry it. So for now, it's cool to have 5 vinyls on you. But if you have to go DJ a fucking party and you have
but they
4
used-
milk crates, it sucks. I'll go with the MP3.
They used to DJ like that, you know.
They
I
used to.
remember.
They used
I
to.
remember my
what
friends
I'm
that
saying.
were playing, and that was so beautiful, and it was another
Yeah, but
way of.
now ask a DJ to do it, and they're not. They're gonna go
It's
with the
also very
MP3s.
expensive, but it's also very expensive
And
because
heavy.
you have to have the ipiatti,
The
the
turntable.
ones.
The
The
Turntables are not
turntables.
expensive.
Yeah, but you have to find a place that already has them. Otherwise, you have to carry 2 plates.
Yeah.
Then you have to carry other
Yeah, I did it for
5
years.
whatever bags of that. So it's really not.
the
So you
milk
have
crates.
your own little things.
And but as you're talking about vinyls and things like that, you know, it's all about. I think concentration is also an ingredient in the sense that, like, some of my friends are jazz musicians, and I go play them at La Petite Marche or upstairs or Diazons, and it's always packed.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it might not be that everyone will listen to that, but there will always be an audience for it.
Yeah.
And I think that our audiences are diversifying themselves because of the amount of choice we have. It was different even 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's
I love
true.
it.
That's
yeah,
true.
but that's what makes it so rich.
Yeah,
right.
totally. And you know, the conversation keeps going, and it kind of reminds me of TV. It used to be cable. There was like maybe a dozen shows, and now there's this network, and it's great because it employs a lot of people and actors and things like that. But it's like no one's talking about that one show. The last show, it comes in waves. The last show everyone was talking about was The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Because it was this like huge thing, and it was a game. And so I hope those days don't die. I hope there's always a show or a band that we're talking about.
I think there's always going to be a rotation on anything, especially artistic, because you always have new and improved. And I think the new and upcoming generation, they have more of that modern vision. Okay.
We're adjusting.
So I think they have ideas. I know my daughter comes up with ideas, and I'm like, what is that? And it catches.
Interesting.
Right? So
Okay.
you wonder, right? You wonder, like, wow, where are we headed? And where's the mentality headed? And I'm so happy to see that their kids still interested
Yeah.
in learning how to play an instrument. Let's say.
But that's when, like I said, when I was, drink something.
Sorry, yeah, it's something I'll watch. I think I'm talking.
Actually,
We
we have this
We'll
beautiful
have a little.
zero wine that is fantastic. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon, alcohol free.
I like
So
it.
we are
Yeah,
really
no, it's
enjoy-
alcohol
I
free,
finished
but I don't know.
mine.
I don't know what. I think I'm
I'm
talking
finishing
too much.
mine. I finished
It's
mine. I'm gonna
hard to-
thank you so much. It's one of our, not our sponsor, but
Thanks.
it's a sponsor. It's a sponsor of our sponsor, Emil Widmar. You see, guys,
Yeah.
so we are in his place. Beautiful.
Love it.
So little parenthesis.
It's really good.
Because we're talking about art, you know. So this is art. We are an artistic place.
Yes, couldn't be more perfect, I think. So, we're getting the Ricola. Yeah.
No, I don't have
See?
a cold. Yeah,
No,
you're
you
right.
have to lube it. You have to
I
lubricate
have
it.
to lube on my throat.
Yes,
yeah,
you
that's
do.
it. I don't know what's happening with the podcast.
This is gonna be done. I'm gonna have to fill this.
That's it.
It's the
Yeah.
first time I didn't comment on the lube part.
Missed your chance.
Allez, voilà.
Any hooser. So before I die, and
No, you won't die. I won't let that happen.
that's okay. Actually, I used to play acoustic guitar. This is many moons ago.
We always
Tried to-
discover something about Lisa.
I know.
My life is a film. I swear to God. I swear to God. But then I stopped because I self-taught myself, and I said it's not happening. So I just stopped. But I had an acoustic guitar. It was $400 at the time.
Oh wow! And do you still have it? Do you sell it? What'd you do?
No, I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
No, it's at my
somewhere.
mom's.
Oh, okay, so someone
so
has
you-
it.
I don't have it in my house.
Okay, but someone has it. It's still there.
Yeah, she has it. So it's actually quite. I didn't get far though.
It needs to be tuned, I'm sure.
Hard.
How many chords did you learn?
We won't talk about that.
Do you know how many?
Why? I taught myself.
I know. Did you learn 2 chords? 'Cause we could do a song. 2 chords, we could do a song. 1 chord, we could do a song.
We
Probably.
Yeah.
But I'm coughing right now, so I'll get back
Okay.
to it.
All right.
Anyways, so piano.
Yeah,
So is it so you play piano?
I do indeed. Yes.
It's the only instrument you play?
Yes, I other
Which
than
is crazy
singing,
if said like that because piano is
no.
incredibly difficult.
No.
And is it the only instrument?
It
you
is
play?
the only instrument.
It's incredibly hard.
And I'm very happy only playing the piano. Whenever I hold a guitar, I look so stupid. And I tried when I was teaching in my early 20s at a music school. My friend who was the guitar teacher, I'm like, I'm gonna take a guitar lessons with you. After one 30-minute lesson, I was like, here you go. No, thank you. I'm done. I was like, nope, I don't want to do this.
I think it's completely different, the approach from the piano. Like
it is
the way you use
first of
the
all,
hands.
in piano, the fingers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In guitar, this is not a number.
No,
it's
yeah.
1. I was like, I'm already confused. We're ditching this. No
Fuck
way.
this instrument.
Yeah. And you also have to like in singing, it's all muscular. In guitar, like you have to develop the muscle. I was like, nope, I'm also not doing that.
It's not my thing.
Well, I had steel string, and I had the calluses that were
No.
hurt like a mofo.
No thanks.
Oh my god! And it was you could feel it. And
my guitar player when we gig, you know, it's really rough fingertips.
Yeah.
Try a gig on an upright bass, then come and see me.
That's true. Well,
they don't
I'll
have
talk to
fingers; they have bone.
Yeah.
I've seen gigs where the bass player looked at me and he's got this fucking blood blister the size of like half his finger.
Oh my god!
Just black, blue, red, and he's playing this blood. It's pissing out. And
Ew.
Yep. Nothing like.
That's a
just
musician life.
It is. It very much is.
Well, thank God I stopped at the recorder.
Oh, I can play the recorder though. Like
Really? It's an instrument.
It is. It totally is.
Exactly.
No, I could play it.
I was trying to play the tambourine, but actually it's very hard.
Do you know? But so this is what I'm learning doing the record. Like so my drummer will track all the percussion stuff, but sometimes like to make things go faster, I'll get on a shaker, and you have to be on point with your tempo.
It's really hard.
And also like the wrist, you got like.
Yeah, but also there's different type of rhythm,
Yes.
the way, and the different type of tambourine. I was trying to sing and doing, and I was like, what the fuck, you know?
If you ever heard the Likumbare song, the theme song of Likumbare, the thing we do.
Yes.
So I did that song. I recorded it at home.
Okay.
I did everything there:
Yeah.
bass, drums, guitar, piano, all of that. The hardest instrument to record was the tambourine.
Oh yeah.
Because a 3-minute song, to keep it steady pace
it's
the
really
whole
hard.
time. I didn't copy paste. I played it all live.
Oh yeah.
So it was like that was the hardest part was the tambourine. Keeping it in time the whole way.
No, because people
And of
think,
course,
what do
if
you
I hear a
know?
little slight fucking bar 32, that was like, it's a little off. I'd have to record the whole thing again. So it took me another try. But it's hard,
That's true. It's so hard.
Very
It's
not easy.
And also the way you do it, you can do that, you can do that, you can do that.
Yeah, there's multiple ways. There's also there's one you can strap on your foot. So if you're playing the cajon, you can tap
so much
on your
fun.
foot. It's so awesome. I
It's
love
so much
it.
fun. You know who had that? George Benson's bass player.
Okay.
Played tambourine with his foot while playing bass.
Oh,
That's awesome.
It was the best thing ever. Yeah. He
Wow.
was tapping all the tambourine.
Yeah,
while
you
playing.
can count on the 1 or the 3 or something, and you
1, 2,
get
3,
it
4.
going.
You know.
Okay,
most
it was on
players
the
will
1.
Just keep it going for them because they do it anyways. It's in every musician will tap a foot at some point. So if you look at
use
every
it.
musician-
Put something on it and add a
And why not?
texture.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh my god, that's so
that's
fun.
it.
Yeah.
I will try.
I think we should have our game now.
Wow,
There's a game?
going into the game.
Okay, then
Now we all got drunk fakely.
I want to ask one question because you are a music teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, when you have to go into the theory part, scales.
Yeah.
How do you keep them going? Like solfege scales.
Yeah.
Do you still use the solfege method?
Like do re mi or the
Like,
movable
no,
do?
the up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you still do
well,
that?
that's when I'm teaching solfège and we're conducting and we have to conduct.
Yeah.
But if I'm teaching them just to identify, the 3 minor scales and then the 1 major scales, I like to start where the semitones are because there's more tones than there are semitones. So I get them that, but also getting.
But how do you keep them interested?
Once
you get to the 4th
this
scale.
is super offensive. I'm gonna tell you. I'll put on Aladdin for the harmonic minor, like the da 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 da.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's her harmonic minor. It's super basic. I'm sorry, it's offensive, but it's just something so that they can memorize it. And they're like, I get it. I'm blanking on all of the other materials.
But do you let them do all their scales, like 1 octave, 2 octaves?
Oh, I go
both
if
hands?
if they're getting coordinated and the flow is good, I'll make them go 2 octaves. But I usually do 1 octave,
Okay.
separate hands, then hands together. I'll have them arpeggiate in different keys. Oh, I'm a big key signature nerd. That's my favorite thing
And
to
but
do.
how do you keep them interested in it? Because that's where after a month or two you did your C, you did your F,
So I'll say
you
what-
did your G, and now all of a sudden it's like
I'll say why, for me as a singer, your keys matter, because if something is not in a right key for you, to be able to transpose is magic.
Yeah.
So it is important.
don't show them that transpose button on the keyboard.
Oh,
because-
I use it has saved my behind so many times live. But no, it's a good tool if you need to, like, especially guy songs, like they're in the male range, so to put them up like a fifth, you just have to know your key signatures, and then you can transpose it, and voila.
Yeah, or when you're talking to an alto sax player and they're a fifth away and you're trying
Or
to
like
tell them
a viola
a
player.
viola player,
yeah.
right? There's, yeah, you
Yeah. So that's it. So it's nerdy. It's nerdy,
But
amazing
how do you
stuff.
keep them interested? That's the
Well,
the-
I talk about, I'll use anything they like. Oh, are we rolling? Okay. Sorry, I did not mean to talk about behind the
No, but we have to say that Stefano did a face that it was like kind of like worrying.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We lost the camera for a second, but
Oh,
we're
okay,
back.
so-
We're back on. We are.
He saved the day.
We are rolling.
Yeah,
He-
it's I like to know what they know. It's important for me to like relate to them, and then relate because ultimately, you know, I have to be a translator. I'm not just teacher, I'm a translator. They already hear music, they already consume music, and I have to translate that into something that they
That's a nice metaphor of
That's cool.
I'm old enough to know.
So now we're starting our game.
Game.
So this is called rapid response, and basically you have 5 seconds to answer
Okay.
3 things.
Okay. Passing it down. Okay.
So
I like
it's
this.
not bad. Huh?
It's I don't drink alcohol.
you know, I
so
just
this
had the
is good.
halls, and to drink this now, you have that cold thing. It's gonna go straight to like the cerebrum, you know, and it just like
It's
cracks
like
it, you know?
wasabi.
yeah. It's
Oh
like
my God!
I
You
have
know
a friend
that
who ate a chunk of wasabi.
oh my god.
because it comes here. It's
Oh, God,
terrible.
That
It's
movie.
terrible.
What's that movie? It's the best part ever. When
Which
my kids
one?
were young, my son loved the one with Larry the Cable Guy.
Jim Carrey.
No, the
Oh,
car.
The car. Crap.
It's an animated movie.
Oh,
Oh,
Cars.
Cars. With
Cars.
Steve
Yeah, Cars.
Lightning McQueen.
With the cars.
So Larry the Cable Guy plays like
Okay.
the kind of the dumb farmer car,
I
right?
love
boy, oh
that
boy.
So
car.
he's at a high class party and he comes in, he's all red and he's like, "Do not have that pistachio ice cream."
Oh no! Oh my
It is
god!
the worst and hottest thing I've ever had.
There's a show on YouTube. I love it. It's about food, and this one chef made a not a sandonore, the croque en bouche, but it was croque en bouche roulette because 2 were filled with wasabi.
Oh dear.
It was
Oh my
nuts. So
God.
like you're getting like hazelnut, vanilla, chocolate, wasabi. Like it's crazy.
Wasabi, I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. I would
That is
not.
brutal.
Filled with
That is
wasabi.
brutal.
My God.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Woo.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's explain. This game is called.
I just explained.
Rapid
Did you
response.
explain it? Oh, sorry, I'm drinking here. I don't
Yeah.
know. So
We are too. But
Lisa and Francesca will do the first one, so you get
Okay.
an idea. But
Yeah.
it's basically I'll ask a question and
and you say whatever comes to you.
whatever comes to
Okay.
mind.
All right.
So
Improv,
Lisa
my
and
favorite.
Francesca, we'll start with Lisa. Name 3 animals you would like as pet. Well, that's an easy question.
I know, but they get more interesting after.
Name 3 animals that you would like as pets. But let's get rid of dog and cat, please. So
No, I wasn't gonna say dog and cat. I was gonna
There goes
be
my answer.
exotic.
Crazy.
A panther,
Oh.
a horse,
what the fuck?
and
As a pet?
Yeah,
Okay.
and a ferret.
Okay.
A ferret is so nice. You can have ferret.
I
Yeah.
know they're so
It's
cute.
a pet.
Okay. Francesca, name 3 animals you would like as a pet.
Koala.
Oh, cute.
Yes.
Yes.
A wolf.
Oh, yeah, not so cute. Yeah, I've seen them
strange.
tear meat
It's
apart.
like a
Yes.
big doggy.
Yeah, that rips
Yeah,
meat.
koala for sure. Wolves.
Dolphin.
And the other one.
Dolphin.
Oh.
It's my favorite.
I saw
I
a YouTube video with a baby dolphin.
I fucking love
so
dolphins.
That was smiling because the guy was giving him
They
like
smile.
milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was literally smiling, and it was like a dolphin,
Yeah.
but like this.
Oh,
It
baby
was a
dol- oh.
baby dolphin.
I love dolphins. They're the smartest animals. By the way,
Yes,
like I grew
and they
up
can
loving
talk.
My whole dream. I remember as a kid going to bed dreaming on how I would have a pool with 2 dolphins.
Did you
'cause
see Flipper? Did you like that?
I
movie?
did.
I
did,
cannot
I
watch
did.
those movies.
You ever
because
swam
I
with
was
them?
so
What's
sad.
What's that?
90s
You
movies
swam?
are
I
a whole
swam with
other-
dolphins. I swam with dolphins.
yeah.
I did that. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
of my dreams.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
so
it.
fun.
I
They're
love
fast
it.
like
it's,
hell, man.
It's the feeling,
They're really
the power
fast.
that they have.
But
in
they're
those-
nice, you know, with
They're
you.
beautiful. Oh my God.
And
they
they're
are.
leash,
You know, in World War
Yes.
II, they saved tons of people. Like in the ocean, people that fell off boats or whatever.
Holy crap.
They pushed them to shore. Yeah. They're super
gosh.
friendly and smart.
Yeah.
They use sonar. Yeah.
All right.
I'm nerding out now on dolphins, but I
So
love them.
a panda.
And they're mammals too.
They're so
Yes.
good.
The only other animal that loves sex for sex, like that enjoys sex.
Really?
Yeah, humans and dolphins. Did you know
Okay.
that?
Beautiful.
I find that
I
so.
don't know.
You
how,
know, very interesting.
I don't know
factoids.
how you know that fact, but
Because I did a whole project on that. When I was a kid, I really loved it. I did a
Really?
project
Oh,
on
that's
them.
nice.
That's the only thing I remember from elementary school. Okay,
Nothing else.
so Corina,
Yeah.
Are you ready?
name 3 strange. Whoa.
Whoa.
She goes straight into it.
told you.
Name 3 strange things that turn you on. We're going
I'm scared.
into it.
I'm really scared.
Don't say theory.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Music theory.
Yeah.
Well, it could be.
True.
That turns
Okay,
me
so
on, yeah.
they have to be strange. Oh, this can't be fast though. Okay. Oh no.
That's
this is
quite a
taking
question.
forever.
She
That-
asked. Do you see the
I'm
question she asked
red.
herself?
I
and
know.
you? Like, what the fuck?
It's okay. I'm comfortable with sexuality. There's the list is long.
But it's distinguished.
It's-
but it's distinguished.
You know what? Well, this isn't a strange thing, but personality.
Oh, nice.
If you have a really nice personality,
Totally.
then
Or a
that's
nice
a
voice.
huge turn on. I don't actually care.
Like talent. Talent is quite a like.
Yeah.
Talent
I don't know.
is.
Not just in music. Like whoever, if you're talented at what you do,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Sure. I'm super easy.
Super easy.
Super easy.
His voice. Her voice.
Okay, so I had it too. I mean, I guess like I have a very sensitive neck. So neck stuff.
Necking.
I like it.
That's the oldest word for making out. Oh my God, they were necking.
Necking.
Necking is nice.
Like, you know what? Charisma.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Charisma.
nice.
Yeah, people
That's
who
a
are
good one.
charismatic.
Yeah.
This is great.
Good. Oh, good.
And now, just to keep this game going,
Yeah,
because Lisa writes
I
these
knew he was going to
questions,
ask us that
so
question.
I'm going to ask you guys.
I
this
was like waiting for
question.
the animal one. I'm like, I'm ready.
3 strange things, Francesca. Start with Francesca and Lisa, that turn you on.
That's a good, strange things, huh?
Hard. I know.
Pesto.
Creamy pesto.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Food.
Well, one thing that really turns me on, there was a Shakira video in which she's, I don't remember the song.
I mean,
but,
what? Oh, sorry. Sorry, did I
but there
just
was
get
a scene in which they're cooking and he takes her and he throw her on the table
table.
with
50
all
Shades of
onions.
Grey style.
Oh no, yeah, but all onions.
Yeah,
and they're
that's my
cooking.
strange.
Okay,
I
this
was
is
like, do
cool.
I
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like this is something turns me on. Food and sex together. This
That's
is
nice.
nice.
Seinfeld.
But like really like in a messy way, you know,
Okay.
not like
Yeah.
Not like
No, I
Seinfeld.
don't- Oh, no.
George.
with, you
No,
know,
no,
like
no.
it also makes
No.
you acid. So it's just I don't like
It
it.
gives you acid reflux. No.
No, it's true.
George on Seinfeld.
you
He
gas.
wanted to combine his 2 favorite things, sex and food, so he put a sandwich underneath the bed. And when he finished sleeping with the girl, he ate the sandwich, but he didn't want to show her. Best episode ever.
That's amazing.
Okay, go. That's
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's one. I do love when someone is curious. It's really curious
Okay.
about things.
Yeah.
So when you talk and he or she asks, you know,
pretty
stuff,
strange,
you
yes.
know, it's really, really interesting.
Let's talk it instead of doing it. Okay.
Yes, that's all.
I don't know. That is strange.
And well, unfortunately, potential. But when I see something, the potential in
Oh, the
someone,
potential.
it's
Oh.
Yeah.
really dangerous as a thing.
Yes, yes. it
When you
is.
see the potential in someone,
Yeah.
like it's like, oh, that's cool. It's a
That's cool.
project,
He
you know,
can-
like
yeah.
I can
What-
build
A
on
project.
it.
What can I do to
We're
hit
gonna-
what?
I can build on it.
study
but
the
it's
theory.
Really a turn on, you know, when I see the potential, like it really turns me on
Yeah.
because I can.
Well, because there's growth there.
Yes, exactly.
Growth is very sexy too.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
exactly.
Lisa, now that they took every answer possible,
What is
No,
I don't
no worries. There are
something
so
Yeah,
many.
Lisa will
Black
find
leather.
so many. Those are fetishes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She was really quick with that one. That's a fetish. Excuse
she
you.
has the dictionary. No, that.
I was like a
on page
paddle.
92.
Yeah.
Damn it, she got 10. What's the strangest things that turn me on? I can't say this live. So yeah,
You can
1,
whisper
2, and
it.
3. That's what it is.
Come on, you got to come up with something.
Strange things that turn me on.
Yeah.
Because I can't say them because
Well,
they're strange.
three shades of gray. Three shades. No,
You
what's it
know
called?
what?
3 shades. I said 3. I've never seen.
They're
it.
very basic. It's just 3
I
shades
just
of
said
green.
3. I don't know
Gray.
what the fuck.
There are 3 shades
You
of
like
gray.
that movie? You said you
I
liked
like
it.
50 Shades of Grey. Now it's
Not a real movie.
The
but
soundtracks are so good.
I love the music.
gonna
Yes,
say,
the
yeah.
music is fantastic. It goes with the scenes.
Yeah,
So
just saying.
music could
Just
be
saying.
something. It's not strange, but music.
I know
is that.
music actually, you know what? It brings, okay, for me, whatever, if there is a song that gets me going,
Revs your engine.
it revs hard.
It revs.
Like nitro. Stick shift.
What you want? Tell me what you want from me. That was Mace. It was so beautiful.
What's
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
she has
But
the song
okay, we
in her
got
head.
one.
She just gave it away. You know, in the next 20 minutes, there's gonna be guys driving outside playing Mace full blast.
I'm the stick here.
So what is it?
So number 2.
Yeah, music. I like the intensity behind a person, and now not just the charisma, but the intensity behind the
Okay.
person. It's like
Like how driven they are
yes,
and things. Yeah.
it's a passion. It's a
Ambition.
driven. It's something that tweaks their interests, and they make it so interesting that you become enticed within it also.
Yeah.
And I find that very, very attractive.
Yeah.
And humor.
Oh, that's
nice.
And
true.
what?
Humor. How could I
Humor.
forget humor?
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
such a
And
good
you-
one.
And the best is when they don't try to be funny, but they
Yes.
are.
Totally.
And if you can
Totally.
share that humor as well,
Yeah.
and you can be yourself within that humor and have that comfort level, that's what it is.
I
So
like
that
that.
kind of like opens the door to
Yeah.
comfort.
Comfort.
So you
I was
know-
gonna say all
Yeah.
these are circling comfort.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
but that's what it is. I think a relationship is that. It's like the comfort level with that person. And that's what makes you tick, right? So
Yeah,
that's
tick.
what brings you
Rev.
together.
Gotcha.
Tuk.
Okay.
Red the stick shift.
You know what?
Where's
We're
the
gonna go
clutch?
with all 3 U's on this one since
Okay.
I fucked up the
Use.
whole
Did
game.
you just say
3
use?
U's.
Use.
Yes, from New York.
How
to
do
my
you
house.
do it?
Name
Near
3
to my house.
reasons you
Reasons.
get diarrhea.
Oh, dairy, alcohol, and
Illness.
What illness?
Taco
Virus.
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
You see?
Beans. Black beans.
I was like diarrhea covered. Got it. I was the fastest one.
I got it. I got
I
it.
never answered the question so fast.
I
That's
got
it. You
this.
take it. You take it.
This
You
is
take
mine.
I was like, oh God.
it. She goes, I own this bitch.
Oh,
That's what it is.
guys, I can't even. The stories of the poop stories that I have accumulated over you, they're so embarrassing.
No, don't worry. We've
Don't
all
worry.
had them.
Oh my God.
That way
We've
we
all
all
had
have.
them.
Yes, it's
Whoa.
true. Like I
We've
can
all
talk
had
for
them.
hours.
I know
about
where
poop
I know
stories.
where there's public bathrooms like all over the city for emergency purposes.
She's got she created an app
I
like a
did.
GPS
There's a
app.
bathroom here. My dad was always
like TripAdvisors
My
for bathroom. You know?
My dad always had this like sensor like to find a bathroom. And one time I was at Costco with my mom. I'm like, Mom, I need a bathroom. She's like, Where's your father? So it's like the spirit of my father can guide me to the bathroom.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
That's
Okay, Francesca, go ahead.
what?
Diarrhea.
Hey, diuretic things.
Chocolate.
Oh
Yes.
Cold on my belly when it's really,
Really?
cold. Like boom, crazy.
Okay.
Au revoir. Au revoir. One day I had this combination of chocolate and cold on my belly.
Oh my
And it
God.
was one of the worst days in my life. We were heading to Naples with a bus. I didn't
bus
know
diarrhea.
anyone.
Ouch.
And the
I'm
moment
getting
and the moment I went on, and then I was like, honestly, I was white.
Oh.
It was terrible, guys. Well, that's one of the stories. So that, and then every type of legumes.
Yeah.
That kills me.
Oh my
That
God.
personally kills me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Very bad. Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, sure. Oh, shit. Is
That's exactly.
No way.
Exactly the. That's really exactly the. Yes.
When you're
my God.
holding in your bowels and someone asks you, "Are you okay?" You know it's bad if they can see it on your face.
It hurts like a bitch, though, eh?
No, but the feeling
The
is
gurgle. Do you know?
And it always happens when you're in traffic. Sort of cut you off.
Yes.
It always fucking happens when you're in traffic. You're sitting there going, I need to get to
gurgle.
the toilet. I'm in the furthest lane to the left. And like, I've been sitting here for an hour and there has to be an accident that freaking day that you have to go to the bathroom.
There's my great aunt, I can't remember which one, I have a lot. The percolator coffee, she's Italian, she calls it a voulez-vous. So like one time it was percolating. I said I have a voulez-vous. So every time someone has like the shit crabs, we're like, I have a voulez-vous. So when I'm in the store, like what? It is cute. It's very cute, but it's a code. So I like tell it to my friends and I'll text myself. This is so. My sister and I and a couple of my friends, we're that close. We were like, I'm having a voulez-vous at IGA, or like I'm in the library and the bathroom is closed. They're renovating the bathroom. It's always my friend Carolyn. Oh, I said her name. Hi Carolyn. Her dad's really
It's
funny.
a fake name.
It's a real name. You know who you are, Shunbo. And her dad told this story. He has a bit of an Egyptian accent. I'm sorry. I'm going to be offensive and try to imitate. He goes, I hate when I'm in the bathroom and someone is combing their hair and I have to shit. I say, are you gonna leave? I couldn't, and so every so often when I'm thinking of her, I think of poop and I text her, there's an F word in there, I didn't say it. I say, are you gonna leave? And then she sends me a poop emoji.
Oh my God.
It's
That's
lovely
like
friendships that we have.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right. So did we get the no? Lisa had to answer the diarrhea.
Diarrhea thought.
Diarrhea, my diuretic thought of the evening. Lots of prunes.
Oh.
Well, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And a purga.
Yeah.
In the morning.
In the morning.
That's
Coffee, yeah. But I don't know. Is it the coffee or
It
is
is
it just
the coffee.
it's morning?
No,
It's the
I
coffee.
think it's the warm liquid, whatever.
It
Like
could
if
be
you
the
do the
warm.
tea,
I am
it
so
turns the
scheduled,
same.
guys.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
I am.
What time do you poop every day?
I wake up.
Are
I
you
have-
Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory? Do you poop at 7:20 every morning?
Can you
No,
like
not
kind of
time-wise.
like connect on your poop
When I
timing?
wake up, I have 2 sips of coffee,
Yeah.
and then I finish the coffee there.
Really automatic.
Finish it there.
Every morning,
Amazing.
every single morning.
Good for you. That's why you're in a good mood.
And you know what?
really
I have a
helps.
streak going.
I'm not even kidding. It
I
looks-
have a streak going. I have not gone anywhere because my body is so. I'm a mailman, so let's preface it by saying I'm a mailman. So
You have to know.
I
your
have not
shit.
gone anywhere other than my home.
I'm sorry. Dad joke.
Other than my home or
Nice
hotel room
segue.
if I'm out of town. I have never gone anywhere else other than my home or hotel room
Okay.
because my body just knows.
But also there's a
Really?
relaxation thing too. Like
But even at the gig? Never
When you
happened?
gig?
Never
Okay.
happened?
but at a
the
hotel,
shit part,
if
no.
it goes back to his hotel.
Ah. Yeah,
Number
but when
two.
you play, you never had the
Number 2,
history
never.
of...
Never number 2. I threw up. I've thrown up in more bathrooms than I've taken a dump in. And it's the truth.
Well, if you need a bathroom, I can tell you where because
What a team.
Oh yeah, let's helping friends out. I need a
Okay,
bathroom.
all
Well,
right.
I'm going to text you the next time. Like,
Tech,
hey, go-
do it. If you're on the green line, I'll tell you where there's a bunch.
Okay.
Awesome.
I need help with this question because it says name 3 rivers. Is that what's the question, Lisa?
What?
You wrote name 3. I can't read. Bigs.
Big River?
Big rivers.
Big what?
Is it
what?
big rivers? I don't.
Wow.
Name 3 big rivers all over the world.
Okay. So first of all,
Okay.
I couldn't read the big, but second of all, why would you ask that question?
I have to insert a big somewhere. Oh my
Okay.
God, this
Oh
table's
my
gonna
God.
It's okay,
collapse.
it's okay. So that's mine. Big rivers. So
Yeah.
the Nile, Mississippi, and the Colorado River.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice.
My God, I would still be like, river.
We have them
Pacific,
here? We have them in Canada?
What is a
What
river?
the hell?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Saint Laurent?
I remember when my daughter was
Well,
in
it's
elementary
actually
school,
big, so-
and we would say, "What country are we in? Do we live in?" And she'll say, "Laval." That's fantastic.
Wow.
It is like
We have a geographer among.
So, okay, Lisa and Francesca. Whoa.
Yo.
I want to skip this one. Well, this is so we got 2 good questions left. I want to use it for all of you.
No, that's not right.
It's so fun. These are it's because we're on the shit fetish thing. So
Oh, let's
like,
keep
let's
going.
Go for it. So name
Constipation,
3
diarrhea.
languages that turn you on.
Eh?
Oh.
3 languages that
Languages.
turn you on.
I know it. I know. Yeah.
That's for you, right?
That's for me.
That is, you know what? All three are gonna answer.
Okay.
I mean, come on, it's Italian, French, and then who cares about the rest?
Italian, not at all.
Are you serious?
I think
I'm
Well,
Italian
because
is
you
so
are
sexy.
Italian. Well, we are.
Yeah.
French,
Yeah, French for sure.
English from England,
Yeah,
British, let's say.
British. Yeah.
British. And well, British sometimes.
Did you just change your, like you said British and then you went British? You changed your accent to say it.
British.
British.
And the other
She got
one,
excited on that one.
I'm in the size between Russian
Oh,
and Scottish, which is kind of a like it's
Kinda
not
like a-
British
yeah.
because I don't want to offend the
Not
Scottish
German?
people. German.
I was gonna say German,
There you
but
go.
see, languages just they don't do it for
They
me.
don't, yeah.
I'm like I take you as you are.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of it.
How about-
This is NA for me.
Yeah.
Sing me a song and then shut up. Don't talk.
Zitto, muto.
Yeah.
For me, it's Italian straight up. First one's Italian, Spanish, and the third.
Albanian.
Oh, my father is Albanian.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he is part Albanian. Well, was part Albanian. I plugged you, Pa. I don't know. The third one, I would say. I don't know. Is Uruguayan?
Oh, that's Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, my cousin's from Argentina. I don't know.
Like Syrian. That's
Catalan.
Lebanon. That's Arabic.
Catalan
Arabic.
would be similar to
Catalan,
Spanish.
Yeah.
in Barcelona.
Australian
Portuguese
English. Okay.
probably would
Australian
kind
is
of be.
nice.
Australian
The
is nice too.
accent. Yeah, it's
But I
English.
think of the crocodile hunter, and I just.
I don't know.
He
Their
doesn't do it
accent
for you.
is so funny.
His son's really cute.
Australian.
Yeah.
Australian
accent
is, yeah.
is so funny.
Yeah.
It's a mix between British
Yeah.
and
Quebecois. It's a mix.
something in
There's-
between.
The Quebecois down under.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
hard.
Um,
Yeah, no, the third one I
so
think.
just say
is-
Portuguese and you're good.
No, I did say Portuguese.
You did?
No,
Okay.
you did not
I
say.
did.
You
no,
said-
you said Spanish.
I said no. I
Italian,
said Portuguese.
Oh, you did.
I
okay.
You
did.
said three.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
Okay, then why were
yeah.
you thinking of another one?
I don't know.
No, she said three languages.
Ladies, last question. Name
Yeah.
3 fetishes that you find weird.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
fetishes. Oh.
Yeah.
There's so many. I can start.
Lisa
You
wrote this
start.
question just so she can think about the answer for
Exactly.
fun.
She also is nosy Rosie and wants to know everything.
That's why I let you girls talk before. Hey, I come up with these suckers.
It's good. It's good. I love it.
3 fetishes. Three fetishes I said were strange.
Yeah, you find strange.
That I find strange.
She's like, I don't
I
find
don't.
any
No.
fetish strange.
Like I have to be honest. I find the feather thing strange. You know when they come up to you. With the
Oh,
feather?
the little feather duster.
Yeah, like I find
That's a
that really.
sensorial thing, though. I think people like because it's soft and tickly, but
Yeah, I know, but there's so many other things that are
Yes.
sensorial.
yes,
I don't need
yes.
a feather.
Of course.
So I wouldn't like the feather. I find it weird.
Okay.
I find feet fetishes weird.
You know what? I was gonna say feet because like mine are not my best feature, so it's like
I have a middle toe that's really long. So
yeah.
I have Greek. It's true.
So,
I
Steph's
do.
like, oh, keep your shoes
I have a
on.
Greek
I
I have a
should
Greek
call this
toe.
podcast
You know how they're like all
anatomy.
Latin, and then you have one little fucker that's like telling everybody to fuck off.
Okay.
An FU toe. Okay.
It's a fuck off toe. Actually, my mother's initials are.
This is alcoholic or no?
No, it's not actually.
Wow.
It's all here.
And my third fetish. It's not a strange fetish.
That you find strange.
Oh, you
It's
know
all
what?
subjective. I guess.
Yeah, but you know what I find strange? Okay, this is kind of like crude, but you know when people engage in like sexual acts that are really fucked up, like peeing on each other.
Yeah, like
that I
bodily
find
fluids.
yeah.
That's not
like-
a
Body
sexual
fluids related.
no, but
It
that's a
is.
fetish. People like that.
They literally poop.
They really poop on each other.
Yeah,
I
the
know,
people
I know.
that poops on each other.
You don't want a dirty Sanchez, no. It's not for
No,
you.
like I find that gross. Like why? Like what's
it's
so
also there's bacteria. And I'm thinking of like hygiene.
And also the smell. Like sex is about smell, you know? Also.
It's about,
Wow,
no,
what
I was
about
gonna say something.
Whatever just came up in my mouth. Right. Okay, next.
Well, I was gonna say feet too because like mine are not. I don't like trade off my feet looks. So the feet. And, bodily fluids, it's just like, there's enough germs.
Yeah.
I will say the daddy kink or the mommy kink is not for me.
Yeah, like
I do know where I stand.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't like the stuff. You know when they put a fucking
A
ball,
gag?
The gag.
A gag ball?
Yeah.
Well, that's
complicated.
That's honestly, I'll take that over like the mommy daddy thing.
That's
If I had to rank order, I'll pick. Choose your own adventure.
Francesca, you need to
I
come
don't
up
like,
with something.
for sure, don't like cosplay when having sex. People that just dress up with things.
Okay.
Like I don't. It's too much of an effort.
Isn't the whole part of sex to remove the clothing?
Yeah.
No, it's just because you have to
Well, you have
engage
to-
in a part, and sometimes these parts are really stupid. Because
so
it's
make a
not that
good
you can just start from the morning and then you meet up like it's the second before you just dress up in a way, and then you're supposed to be excited by that. So that I don't like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Totally not. There's one thing because there was a friend of mine that she got paid for this thing to be to walk on someone with high heels. So this guy paid her, but a lot of money.
What do you mean? To do what?
To walk on her with
To
heels.
walk heels on him
That's-
with heels.
But that's
On
a
his
pain
chest.
factor on his chest. Yeah.
And to lick, no, it was also to lick
The
the
shoe,
shoe,
Yeah.
the shoe.
That's in your dom sub
Yeah, but
kind of
that
that's
thing
it,
of
isn't
licking the shoe after she was walking, like it was really terrible. But she got lots of money with this thing. So I was like, wow, like, oh.
She's like, I got shoes.
In the future, you never know if you need money. Like, I have beautiful
Lick
heels.
my shoe.
So this, but definitely not a thing that I'm at. And then a third one, well, I mean, me too, bodily fluid, like
Body
this
fluids,
thing.
yeah.
Because again, for me, it's like, besides the bacteria, which
Yeah.
is, because everybody has his own taste, so I'm not
Yeah.
judging.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, these are very personal. to me.
Besides,
Yes.
if you have to respect everyone else.
course.
Yeah.
and-
Plus, like, I probably like things that people find weird. So.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, besides that, it's again like I don't like, and also like the bacteria, and it's not hygienic, and the smell that includes, like, it's really like not a thing. I think smell in sex is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be clean.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you want to
Helps.
have attractive but a nice smell. Now it's a chemical
Oh,
factor
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're.
So ciao.
Wow. So yeah, that's
okay. Bye.
that's-
We finished.
I freak at the whole swinger thingy. Like
Yeah.
people,
That's a
there's
thing.
a
You gotta be
shitload of
checked
people that
and everything.
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to see my significant other with someone else. I don't know.
People actually do
But
that,
what if
though,
you're
that's
not in a committed relationship? If you're in a relationship that's not committed,
Well, what does that mean?
like if you're,
I'm not against it. I just
No,
don't,
if you're in a new relationship, maybe like a year. I mean, not that you need it to spice it up after a year, but like, it's just fun. It's just like freedom and liberty. I'm not into it, but I do wonder. I do think of these things sometimes.
Of course.
Well, people do threesomes, right?
Yeah.
Like two
Okay, well,
men.
hold on. There's nothing
men,
really
woman.
wrong.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, I mean, like two men and a woman, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
like
No.
two women and a guy.
You said yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
more work.
No,
But
sorry.
anyway, we went into.
I don't
That
know
was,
what
uh,
we're talking about music teaching.
Let's talk it out. So whoever wants to be a teacher,
Yeah.
There's a lot of theory.
The theory.
yes,
Okay, so-
absolutely.
So
Thank you so much.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God, we're
Thank
done.
you.
We ended on that. That's a good way.
That's a good way to end.
I love it. I love it. High note.
So, swingers and music teaching.
and finish
Thank you
it.
so much.
I'm going to enroll. That's it.
So when people, someone is interested, they want to have piano lessons, vocal coaching classes,
Yeah.
where can they find you?
I am on Instagram and Facebook. My profile on Instagram is my name, Corina Vincelli. It's public. And Facebook, send me a friend request. Friend request, then message, because then it goes into archives. Corina Vincelli, hit me up. I'll teach you some stuff.
She is fantastic. By the way, I'm
going
gonna
I love it.
I'm gonna put a stamp on it because she's a fantastic teacher. The kids come back for her. She is fantastic. I
love
know
my kids.
firsthand.
That's very kind.
I've seen her in action, and she's really, really, really good.
And guys, if you want to know more,
I love
follow
my kids.
also Session with Steph.
Yes.
So you will
Yes.
discover more about
Yes.
Corina. So
Yes. Oh yeah. Coming
that's
up.
true.
Coming up.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
coming up. So follow us, follow him, follow us more,
Fantastic.
but whatever. Joking.
That's it. If you
Guys,
guys,
thank you to our
obviously they're
sponsor.
gonna like
We
us
love you
talking
so
it out
much.
because
Yeah.
we spoke
Thank
up
you to
quite a bit
Corina.
tonight.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We love
We'll
you.
see you again.
We love you.
Wow.
Oh, Sanjan.
That's it. You know what? There's going to be a lot of Google searches tonight when everyone gets home. Strange
Strange
fetishes.
That's a fetish of Francesca's, by the way.
What?
I really do like this.
Screaming.
I don't know.
Screaming in camera. Screaming in camera. It's a fetish.
It's a fetish. We love it.
Alrighty then.
a good
Let's
night,
talk
guys.
it out.
So let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Let's, yeah.
Till next week, guys.
Ciao.
Bye.